Hello, all you wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. What am I doing here today? Well, I plan to talk a little bit about Twisted Metal, the television show. So yeah, why talk about it? Because I enjoy it. And what better timing than since it just released the first few episodes in its second season, so awesome. So, obviously, if you don't know, Twisted Metal is a video game IP. So, yet another television show adaptation of a video game. Um, so this turned out a lot better than what people were anticipating this to turn out. People thought this was going to be a dumpster fire of a show. And with the way they marketed the show, I can't really blame anyone for thinking that. Um, it released in July of 2023. So it took 2 years for them to actually get out another season, pretty much. Season 2 was just released on July 31st. Um, Anyways, the games themselves, they are not they are not that heavy on lore. Each game is kind of its own thing. There is not a lot of continuity within all the games. So it really leaves to wonder what what do you adapt when it comes to a game where the gameplay is built around just a car combat uh, battle royal kind of thing where all you do is try to blow up the other cars and be the last car standing for several rounds. What do you do with that? Well, you throw a ton of stuff at the wall and hopefully something sticks. That is the best way I can probably describe the first season. um, it's not bad, but you can't really go into watching it looking for the next big drama Emmy award winning show. It's the genre it is a dark comedy mixed with some horror elements. Um, I would say it's definitely more comedy than dark, though there is sensitive subjects that get brought up or shown in the show. Um, Honestly, I do have a reason I am talking about Twisted Metal, and I do have some packages to unbox too for this, I guess, vlog, whatever you want to call this. um, I didn't really think about much what I was gonna really say about the show. Like, I can gush about over and over about specific parts I like in the show and stuff, and spoil it for everyone, which I might do that in another video, but that's not really the purpose of this. I am pretty much coming out here to um, show a little bit of um, just get that information out there. It is, I would say it's worth watching. Um, at least to give it a shot, anyways. It's not gonna hit with everyone because it's a show that kind of, especially in the first season, it throws. It's that whole 1,000 jokes a minute kind of thing that gets thrown at you, especially in the earlier episodes. So, them episodes can. So the show is either gonna work for you or it is not gonna work at all. So, this right here itself, this is actually a bootleg Blu-ray, because they have not released this physically in the USA. But I also picked up the first season on Amazon to kind of support it. So if you don't want to subscribe to Peacock, you can buy the individual episodes or the entire first season on Amazon or YouTube actually as well. Um, so yeah, if that's the route you want to take. I'm just trying to show my support for the show. Um, I don't. I'm not particularly a heavy fan of the Twisted Metal games. I played them, but I'm not like a hardcore fan. But this I I want to see more seasons of this show, so I'm just gonna kind of support it any way I can because I enjoy the show. Um, the showrunner themselves have said in interviews that they already have some ideas for season 3 and even for some ideas for season 4 as well. So the the gears are turning now. Is the hype of the series gonna sustain long enough to be able to be renewed that many seasons? So only time will tell. um Season 2 is a lot better for me. To me, it's not just the 1,000 jokes per minute kind of throwing whatever will stick at the wall kind of thing. It seems like they kind of fleshed out a story. Now, whether you like elements of that story or not, you can't deny the story itself is more of a coherent story. And my cat is doing something. um, that is something I will say about the second season is, I guess, let me try to describe season 1's episodes in a sense. It's almost like, kind of like you're watching a sitcom. Um, a sitcom with a little bit more continuity between each episode. Each episode does end on a cliffhanger, but each episode in season 1 is kind of very different with each episode. Maybe different is the wrong word to use. Like, there are the same elements, but it's like each episode is kind of its own thing, in a sense. Where with season 2, I feel like the story is actually progressing with each episode. Like, I feel like the episodes are more naturally going from one episode to another. Where in the first one, you kind of go from one very ridiculous scenario to another ridiculous scenario. And yeah, that's what I can say kind of about the structure of the seasons. And if you guys already have watched this show, I'd love to hear your guys' comments and thoughts in the comments section, because that is where you put comments. Duh. But yeah, let's I guess tear open these Amazon packages, because they do relate to this. Now, I'm not gonna tell you how they well, maybe I will, but I'm gonna keep you on edge for a little bit. But if you know, you know. Trust me, you know. If you have already watched all the opening episodes, which was currently season 2 has 3 episodes. If you have watched to episode 3, then you're gonna know exactly. So, I obviously, back here, I collect music CDs as well. So, well, I shouldn't say collect. I actually do listen to them. So, I do a little bit more than collect. These are in kind of a nice kind of seal. But yeah, I'll show them to you. Are these brand new? They are not. Okay. That's fine. I didn't expect them to be brand new. Just trying to get them out of their little seals. So, before I dive into this, the soundtracks are phenomenal for Twisted Metal. Well, it's phenomenal if you have a very nostalgia feeling for music in the 2000s, and I mean right at the year 2000. Okay, just gonna. Oh wait, that CD is new, so that's gonna be a little bit of a toughie to get open. But yeah, so this is gonna surprise a few people, but I like all kinds of music, so don't judge me. I have a few Michelle Branch CDs. You can thank Twisted Metal Season 2 for this, because I would not even thought about this. I would not have thought about this artist or any of her popular songs. Like, I haven't heard it in like forever, and it's just wow. So thank you, Twisted Metal. You made me spend money on CDs. Congrats. Like I said, if you know, you know. I'm just gonna open these up. Maybe I'll edit this video down, I don't know. I mean, you guys have stuck with me so far whenever I make these long, drawn out videos. I don't know, I just couldn't get the song out of my head with the song that they used, but yeah, so this is her, it's called The Spirit Room is the album. I mean, CD looks perfect as it should, being brand new. This is, oh, let's try not to. CD cases are things that break so easily when it comes to the flap. But yeah, then you get I love artwork. Well, it's not really. I mean, it can be considered artwork, but I love like the whole artwork to then like all the lyrics being in the manual of the CD. It's always been something I enjoyed when going back to rebuying all the CDs I had. I never actually had these CDs, so, but when looking her up, I realized I knew more songs by her than what I thought. Oh, I guess I should show this next one off, which is the album Hotel Paper. But yeah, I ended up hearing a lot more songs by her on the radio than what I thought. I really only thought I knew one song by her, and no. And then we get more lyrics with some photos. But yeah, it's just some happy-go-lucky music. I'm sure the disc is gonna be fine. Got a little smudge and maybe a hint of like little light scratch, not even really light scratches, more along the lines of just, yeah. But yeah, I somehow went from watching this to buying these, so if that tells you anything about how random the show is, go watch it. Yeah. See you guys later.